Hi everyone, welcome to House Talks. Today's episode is about the garden bed retaining wall. We have a huge garden bed in front of our home, kind of both sides of the home. So today's episode I am going to show you how I build a garden bed retaining wall from the scratch. And in this video I'm going to explain step by step what I did and what are the tools I used and what are the materials I bought. So it's going to be a pretty much very much a detailed episode about the building a garden retaining wall. I hope you definitely enjoy the video. Please post your comments after watching this video. Let's get into the action. So for the material part, we wanted to go with this Sierra blend concrete block. We bought it from the Home Depot. The reason we picked this block is it's perfectly matched to our home exterior brick. So we really like the color. And about the material, it's a 10-inch wide, 6-inch depth and 3-inch height. So the basically based on these measurements we calculated how much material we needed. So I think we bought 10% extra as a backup. So this is about the material, and this material is a kind of, if you look at that other side of the block, it has a back lip. This part, it's basically the useful for the alignment. It secures the alignment and sits properly on the the existing row already. So that's the easy part. So it securely sit on the existing row. So that's about the material, the blocks and other materials. When it comes to the paver base, I wanted to go with a mix of things. So I bought the paver base with a mix of like a cement look and all, and I wanted to use the combination of even pebbles and the sand combination also. So if you look at actually that how it looks, this is the paver base with what I used at the bottom, and this is how the pebbles looks like. So I mix with the sand. That's the materials I used as a paver base. So before I start, I need to figure out the plan, the basically how I'm going to build and outline the garden bed area. So to do that, I'm using these both stakes and tie up the rope on both ends. So I'm going to put in the lawn so that I can make a straight line, so that that will be our outline edge for the garden bed. And I want to build a kind of a round wall at the end of the garden bed. So I'm going to use these stakes, as I know, to draw the semicircle. So I hope these stakes are really helping in this project. So once outline marking is done, I used digging shovel to prepare a trench for the bottom row. I dug out along with a marker line, and I cleared all the extra grass and the dirt with my hand. I used the wheelbarrow to collect that extra grass and all. Then I used the flat shovel, the square one, uh, to scrape the bottom of the trench. That helps to take out the extra dirt from the trench, and it makes the trench, the base is a more cleaner and flatter. So I have to use it, and after that I used the hand tamper to tamp the base, so all over the trench, from the one end to other end. It needs definitely effort to make it, the trench base is a more level. So I wanted to make it more level as much as I can, so I had to use the hand tamper also. I think after working with shovels and the hand tamper, the trench bottom, the base looks fine. I think it's ready to start my the bottom row of the retaining wall. And for the trench, I wanted to go 3 or 4 inch deep, so that I can add 1 or 2 inches of paver base for the bottom row. That's my idea. um, and for the width of the trench, I wanted to go at least 4 inch more than the concrete block. So the concrete block I'm using is 6 inch wide, so I wanted to dig at least up to 10 inch wide the trench. So it gives some window to add the gravel, and it's easy to build the bottom row and measure the levels and all. So I wanted to dig out like 10 inch wide and around like 4 inch deep the trench. Step 3 is lay down the bottom row. Laying down the bottom row is the most crucial and time consuming setup, but the whole project really depends on the bottom row of the trench. So I would recommend definitely work more patiently on the base row, so make it level the path for retaining wall. Before starting actually the bottom row, I would definitely recommend identify the lowest spot of the trench, and that spot should be the starting point to lay down the first block and start building the retaining wall. So I would say put the paver base and the first concrete block. Check for the leveling. I would say front to back and side to side, and adjust the block as needed. Pound it to flat. Use the rubber mallet to level it. Sometimes you need to add extra paver base, or sometimes you need to just remove some paver base, but just adjust that the first block is really leveled side to side and front to back. Then place the next block and again check the level is accurate, and now on block to block level is accurate, because it is very essential to the whole project. So I checked the leveling side to side, front to back for each individual concrete block, and I wanted to make sure that between the blocks leveling is correct. I continued working on the bottom row by adding blocks. So since I started at the lowest point of the trench, eventually at certain point this bottom row will run into the underground. So at this point, so I adjusted the base and started next level row to continue the wall. So I repeated the same pattern multiple times to step up to the next level and completed the bottom row of the trench. So I spent most of my project time on just building the bottom row. I know it's a lot of time, but this is very crucial for the project. So finally I was able to complete the bottom row. So the next step is step 4, build and secure the wall. So the building the next level row is really the easy task. So once the bottom row is ready, I just placing the concrete blocks on the lower level rows. So that's the easy task. So I cut the few of the blocks to place them at the curved areas and end point areas where the block touch the wall. So it's a manual work for me to cut the blocks, but it's not that hard. And once I lay down all the rows, I applied the landscape adhesive to secure the top row to immediate the bottom row. So I just want to make sure that it's not wiggly. So the once wall is completed, I added Pea Gravel behind the wall along the way. So it helps water drain behind the wall and keeps the moisture levels too, and also it keeps the integrity of the wall. So that's just tip I wanted to give. And at the curved area, where the raised bed is there, so I added the landscape fabric for the bed before filling up with topsoil and garden soil. So the finally it turned out as a really the stunning makeover and added best curb appeal to my lawn. Now we are done with building the retaining wall and securing the wall. So that the final step is just make it completed. the meaning, clean up the area and use the broomstick to clean up the bricks, and take out all the mess, extra grass and dirt and everything. So once it is finally done, so it's a time to really the adding the topsoil and the compost, and pick some nice colorful flower and other plants, just the plant them, so it will be really beautiful. And you can see this the video, before and after. You definitely see the difference. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel House Talks. Thank you very much for watching this video.